3, 2, 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, all you turkey trotters out there, this is Jabronis United, recorded, not live, so don't get too mad with us. But we are still going to go ahead and give you some of that good wrestling content for your Thanksgiving week. I am, of course, your host, the real deal, Ronald Regan. With me, as always, is the sniper, Kyle Krieger. And below me is
Major Day, I don't miss.
All right. Yes, fine. Major Day, quote, I don't miss. Pussy.
Don't say it. Shut up.
Look, I read it just as you wrote it down there, but you also have your last name down there, too.
But that's my Instagram, bro. You go with Major Day, I don't miss, and that's it. It's just like the Tribe Called Quest. It's just like the artist formerly known as Prince.
So you're the artist formerly known as Major Day?
Exactly. I don't miss.
No. I'm sorry. Until you come and pick up your hoe and talk of the Lord to make your pimp hand strong, I don't want to hear about it.
What?
Are we on the same show?
Are you asking for a wrestling match, my brother?
He's asking for a certain type of wrestling, apparently.
Let us know in the comments if you would ever want to see me and Day in a wrestling match. That would be interesting.
That would be interesting.
Anyway, as I was saying before, we are taping
and you can pick the stipulations.
We can't do live Wednesday. That's going to be the day before Thanksgiving, and we want you all to enjoy your Thanksgiving holiday, and we want to enjoy it too, which means a lot of prep cooking, a lot of eating, and all that.
Travel.
Yeah,
and travel too. God forbid travel.
People's elbow on the turkey and doing the 5-finger shuffle with the mashed potatoes and
the 5-finger shuffle.
I don't know what kind of shuffle you're doing to the mashed potatoes. As long as it's not to the apple pie, fine.
Stick your hand right up in there and use it as a puppet.
Hey, off topic.
It's a turkey puppet.
But
that's my strong hand.
I want to talk to you, so we are going to be putting out some videos out for you. Now, unfortunately, Day was not with us last week, so he was not able to partake in the predictions for AEW Full Gear, which compared to Kyle and myself, I'm pretty sure Kyle got ahead on that one.
Yes and no. My overall undefeated streak has ended.
Oh, all right.
Yep. Let's see, bringing it up. Let's see, am I able to? Hold on. How do I work this damn thing?
You have to share your screen, yes.
Yes. So share screen.
Take a look at that.
Okay, so we got that. We got the window. There we go. Jabroni United Master Sheet. There we go. How's that?
I don't know. It depends on whether or not Scott can bring it up.
Right, we don't have full control. There it is.
All right.
Yeah. So big ol' NA right there.
Yeah.
So let's center all this nonsense. Nope. Yeah, it's just me being a stickler for formatting. But yeah, my overall undefeated streak for predictions has ended with Jeff, our one of the in the fan picks, pulling it out with 5 out of 9. Only one to score over 500. And the difference maker he was the only one who picked Orange Cassidy in the Orange Cassidy versus John Moxley matchup. So overall, though, it was a decent card. There were some really good matches and some confusing matches. So let's just let's go down the list. We had the tag titles.
It really upset me that the fact that this was like the big card for the end of the year, even though there is still like one more like event as far as AEW is concerned before 2024. which I feel like some of the expected stuff that I was hoping for is probably going to happen then. I was upset that there was so little that was taken care of here. Like
Kinda,
they did
yeah.
devil stuff at AEW. They, I don't know. It was upsetting.
Yeah, it's like you would think that the go home card, like the go home for the end of the year card, would be good, or at least, or well, not necessarily good, but at least had some sort of conclusions or started up something going into their big card next year, and it was just.
Right. I mean,
It's
outside of
like,
like,
yeah, storylines were continued. We did have a few title changes. We did have a title change.
thankfully, the two that I've got were
Hmm.
the women's titles. Which
Yep.
congratulations to Julia Hart and to
Tony
Timeless
Storm.
Tony Storm in their new belt acquisition.
I wonder if she'll keep. I wonder if she'll keep the belt inside her pants and pull it out like she does with like she pretty much does with everything else at the moment.
Fit it in there fine. But yeah, Day, unfortunately, you were missing from this action.
I know.
Yep, and no one, and we forgot to give you the prediction. So yep, that is a full-on NA. So no wins, no losses for that.
Yep.
But yeah, uh, the card started out well. We didn't include the dark matches, but or
Well, we did
the
well as
the
far as
opening, like the opening
Eddie
show. We didn't really
Kingston.
do
That's
it.
really the only match we missed.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, the Kingston one. But honestly, I would have picked Kingston. So
Yeah,
would
no,
have.
Kings. Like as of
Yeah,
right now, Kingston is probably one of the more dominant like champions that they have now. Even though people are don't even know what belts he holds,
indeed.
but he is
So
such a good like hand in the ring. Like he will just
indeed. But
like the way I was saying, Day should go ahead and like try to like pimp slap me if he was wanting to go pimp slap back.
we
That's
can't
what
reach
Eddie
through the
Kingston does.
screen. So oh well. But yeah, so now let's actually let's go down the prediction list. So started off, we had the Ring of Honor tag titles, MJF, Samoa, and it turned out to be Samoa Joe as we expected versus the Guns, and as Jeff and I picked, MJF and Joe pulled it off.
Yeah.
Although MJF did get kind of sidelined after the match,
Hmm.
um, mostly because of Bullet Club Gold. So it was questionable whether or not he was even going to partake in his title defense later on in the evening, which
Hmm.
means Adam Cole was trying to step up, which, of course, a lot of people talked about online. You're not
Yeah.
going to let MJF fight after his beatdown, but you're going to let Hobbles McGee take over for him.
Hobbles McGee.
That's what I'm calling him, Hobbles McGee.
But yeah, it's yeah. Well, they kind of played with it throughout the card, and it's like that whole thing. Adam Cole will be there. That it's like you knew that was going to change.
Right.
You knew it was, and it ended up being right back to MJF again. And then you had the interference, like not necessarily interference, but you had the appearances in the title match, and MJF pulled it out, and he left. He came in with both titles, and he left with both titles. So,
Nice.
yep. So,
And I'm not an MJF fan, but nice. He's
mhm,
just saving it for my opportunity.
yeah. But yeah, so in that first match, I picked MJF and Joe. Fan picks was MJF and Joe, and Ryan picked the Guns. So that was a
Because I
point
really
for us.
thought some things were going to be resolved that night, and
No,
no, they
no,
weren't.
I get it. I understand. But you did pull it off with picking Tony Storm over Sheeta.
Mm-hmm.
I thought they were going to keep going with Hikaru Shida for at least another little while, but lo and behold, nope. So, yep, Tony Storm takes that one. So Ryan and the fan pick gets that one. However, then we get right back to it. Sting, Allen, and Copeland pulled out the win over the Cage family of Christian Cage, Luchasaurus, and Nick Wayne. This match had a fantastic entrance. In that Christian Cage came down to the ring with a children's choir singing his theme song.
Stop playing.
I am dead serious. That was fantastic. he's becoming one of the best in AEW because he is rolling with it. He is rolling with the memes. He is rolling with the with the whole father thing. I love it. I think it's fantastic.
Like he's playing Triple H level mind games.
He
at this
is,
point.
and it's like this is like the best I've seen Christian in a long time,
Yes.
maybe even ever, in my opinion. But it's like it's like I would tune in to watch Christian Cage at this point, especially not only because of the whole feud with Edge, which I think is an awesome draw, but because he is absolutely soaking up the heel character. It's wonderful. And
It's kind of like the
yeah,
heel that we don't really have anymore because of MJF's character 180.
exactly. And while MJF still kind of hovers the line a little bit, it's like as a full blown smarmy heel, Cage is filling that role perfectly. So
He's very proud.
I'm very happy about that.
Yeah, very, very, very prideful.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But in terms of pick wise, I picked Sting, Allen, and Copeland. Ryan picked Cage family, and the fan pick was Sting, Allen, and Darby. So, or Sting, Allen, and Edge.
Oh,
Let me just fix that.
which,
So,
by the way, why was Ric Flair even out there?
just because, well, that's the whole Sting storyline, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But like the real focus, I think, was Edge and Christian, and that's what it should be.
Right.
It's like
Stupid
you have the Sting retirement tour, so like have them intersect and then branch off later on. That's fine. However, going into the next match, we had Orange Cassidy versus John Moxley. As just a quick jump cut over there. Both Ryan and I picked John Moxley, and the fan pick was the OC.
OC baby, all day, every day.
Yeah. So I figured Day. I guess you would have picked OC for this one. Who I was gonna say as I'm going through the list, like who would you have picked? Just
Pretty much it would have been MJF and Samoa Joe. MJF again because I don't want to see Jay White win the title. Between Tony Storm and Kushida.
Like had you not known the result, what
If
do you feel would have?
Yeah, like clear your mind.
I probably would have said Kushida for
Okay.
the women's title.
Kushida, Hikaru Shida, yes,
Hikaru.
and Sting, Allen, Edge.
Sting, Allen, Edge.
Okay, so right now you basically be matching me, but the difference you would have gone with OC.
Yes.
Okay, no, that's fine.
Convenient.
I remember when we were talking about it, we felt that this one could have easily gone either way.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is one of
Yeah,
those.
I mean, I don't know what this really says now for Moxley and the rest of Blackpool Combat Club.
Yeah, it's like I was surprised because they had the Claudio win in the pre-show.
Yeah,
like clear win. So it's like I'm having a very hard time getting a read on Blackpool Combat Club because it's like they have their matches are very mixed. It's like on the pay-per-view on the pay-per-view shows, it's like half of them win, half of them lose each time, but we don't know who it's going to be.
Yeah.
But then again, maybe that's the role that they're filling. They're basically filling we need a solid opponent that will put on a good match that's somewhat heel but not like smarmy like Christian Cage. But it's like a we need an opponent to put people over type opponent,
Right.
but who could also conceivably come out on top.
Right.
And that feels like the role that they are in right now, and that's fine. You need people like that. it's just I do kind of wish that they got pushed, but maybe they will coming up. Because usually with a mixed result like that, you might have like one person constantly winning while everyone with a mixed result creating friction. But no, it's like different people win each time.
Right.
So, but yeah, so they had Orange Cassidy retain, beating Moxley, which both apparently surprises both Ryan and myself.
Yeah.
The only one who picked that was Jeff from the fan picks.
And apparently Dave would have too.
And Day.
Yeah.
Yep. So, all right. Well, moving on. We have Hangman Adam Page versus Swerve Strickland. Since Strickland won the first one, it seemed that all three, like both me, Ryan, and the fan pick, we were all in a consensus that Adam Page would have won this, and then they would have moved on into the next into the deciding third match for the next people.
Right.
But
We got
it's funny.
smart mark, basically.
Yeah, yes, we did. We got smarked. I'll admit it. Day, would you have gone with Adam Page as well?
I probably would have because of the promo he had. So I would pretty much would have went with Adam Page. But then seeing how nasty Strickland is,
God. Yeah.
Dude, that match alone. Oh my goodness.
No, that match bounced between the lines of brutal and garbage. So it's like it jumped the shark a couple times in that match.
mm-hmm.
But it never felt overbooked. Like we could talk about overbooking with the MJ Jay White match, but as far as like what they put themselves through, how things were executed.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Even
Everything was executed well.
Yeah, no, my God.
Yeah, everything was executed well, but it's like at what point where it's just like, okay, it's like past the point of reasonable violence into pointless brutality, pointless gruesome. It's like watching a horror movie. It's like at what point is it just like, well, this has gone off the deep end into Sillyville, and it's like it's like at what point does it go from like a martial arts flick to Ricky O in terms of being gruesome?
Well, I think this is more of a difference in mentality between like, what we've probably seen for the most part when it comes to like bloody matches in WWE
Yeah.
in the last decade or so versus a place like AEW that allows the wrestlers to go ahead and do this as well as it's all consented to.
Well, and that's fine. It's like there's absolutely an outlet for it. There's absolutely a draw for it.
Right.
Can't
But it's
say
like
this
but it's like at what point does it go from being a good brutal match to something like CZW where it's just like, okay, cool. Now they go through 10 tables that are on fire, covered in barbed wire, onto a cement block. It's like at what point does it jump the shark?
Right.
once you get Shark Boy in there.
Well, it's like when you start drinking blood, apparently.
And that's what
Like,
Strickland did.
The thing is, I think they kind of learned their lesson the last time they had like a death match when it was Moxley versus Omega, I believe it was.
Something like that, or like Kingston versus what's his name in the one with the with the misfire.
Well, no. Kingston came out for that one, but yeah, I think during that match they learned that there was a certain amount of what would you call it, showmanship that was maybe overdone, or they built up to a certain thing that wasn't really part of like the deathmatch style.
Right.
Some could even say this was simply an honor to the deathmatch king that we lost earlier this year, Terry Funk.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Terry Funk.
I would say that if you're going to do a death match, this is the kind of stuff that you would see in, say, like Ring of Honor or in the Indies, where the guys are really going ahead, showing up and showing out. This is something that you wouldn't normally see in AEW, but if you're going to go ahead and do it, this is how you would do it in order to make sure that it stands apart from everything else. I
Right.
think
Well, it certainly
MJF
stood
said
apart.
MJF said it best during the media scrum, where he was happy that AEW was able to show all these different kinds of wrestling there tonight.
Mm-hmm.
This is
And
true.
you could say this was maybe an overblown version of it, but certainly they left nothing to chance.
Okay.
Okay.
No, no. Okay. No, I agree with that.
Again,
All
not
right.
trying to convince you or
Yep.
anything, not trying
Well,
to sway you.
no, that's fine. I think it jumped the shark a little too much personally, but it did have a couple really good spots, like 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 the children's drawing. I thought that was kind of funny.
That was so petty.
I know, but it's like, you see, like spots like that are great for like a match like this.
Right.
The drinking blood, that's not so much. But
At least
I
if they
di-
drank it, it was like
but
their
I
own.
digress.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Pop up a picture of Taz. But moving on. After that, with that one, uh, the next one on our list here is Kenny Omega and Chris Jericho versus the Young Bucks in yet another episode of Being the Elite, apparently.
Mm.
And now we have friction between everybody and blah 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 blah. And it turns out that Kenny Omega and Chris Jericho get the Young Bucks title shot. Cool, sure, why not?
I can't believe that. Like,
That was another one where everyone picked Young Bucks.
For I will say I was going with Kenny Omega and Jericho.
Okay, not perfectly. It's like, yeah, no, it threw all it's marked us as well.
it's one of those things where it's like, considering the Young Bucks match last AEW pay per view
Yeah,
when you had them in the Fatal 4-Way, it's one of those things
exactly.
where it's like you wouldn't expect them to just go ahead and give it up. But then we have seen just recently, and mind you, we are recording this on Monday, that they seem to be taking a little time away. Um,
That would probably be why.
yeah, so I mean, again,
In that
it's
case,
more
I guess
inside
plans.
baseball sort of stuff.
So apparently, they might have had something going with them initially when they what from the previous match, and I guess something changed in between, and they're like, all right, we'll switch it off. And but it does kind of feel that that fatal 4-way now was completely pointless.
Yeah.
Yeah, so again, it's one of those matches that again could have gone either way, and I chose the
Mm,
younger of the two teams because the Golden Jets are in their golden years, as far as I'm
yeah,
concerned.
yeah,
That's me.
yep. Jericho Mega pulls it off. So
Yeah.
yep. All right,
Jericho.
moving on, we had the AEW TBS title between Chris Statlander, Julia Hart, and Sky Blue. This one was the other match that everyone predicted correctly.
And I would
Where
have predicted that one wrong.
who would
Really?
you?
Who would you have picked?
I was going to pick Statlander.
Okay,
Oh, you were looking for the retention.
No.
nice. See, it's like in the last show, my whole thing was like I would be fine with anyone winning except Statlander, because I think she needs to do what Tony Storm did, get out of the title picture for a moment and redevelop her character a little bit, evolve her character a bit. So I think it's a good thing to get the belt off of her. Julia Hart is long time overdue. And
Well, yeah, considering they
yeah,
had a one-on-one last time
hmm
and Statlander won, so it was
yep,
like the question was whether or not Sky Blue was going to be the X factor and be the real
exactly.
reason that something changed. I would say that became the case.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm looking forward to seeing the run that they can do with Julia Hart.
That being said, it would have been nice if all of the House of Black had titles, but
yep. Yeah. So so thank you for the segue into the final match of the card that we have, at least in the order that we have listed here. AEW World Tag Title, Starks and Big Bill versus LFI versus FTR versus the House of Black.
Kings of the Black Throne.
Yeah, the Black Throne. So Yeah, I am the only one who picked that one correctly out of the ones who gave predictions. Dave, would you have also picked Starks and Big Bill?
Yes, I would have.
Okay.
It's too soon for them to lose. Too early.
That was the logic that I was going with. But then again, that logic proved faulty in another one in the Sheeta match, but
No, Sheeta made more sense because she already won. She lost it and then won it back.
mm,
They're trying to make Sheeta more of a Ric Flair type gimmick.
I guess, or just someone who they could throw a title on to as a transitionary
Correct.
title holder, which is fine, but it's like I think Sheeta could be an actual draw title holder, but is what it is. But yep. I figured that Starks and Bill. I didn't think that they would lose it yet. At the very least, they wouldn't lose it to LFI or
Yeah.
FTR. Like the only ones that probably could have taken it would have been House of Black or
Black.
Black Throne, but I felt it was like a 50-50 shot between those two squads, or
Yeah.
between those two teams, and with Julia Hart winning, it would definitely make sense to have House of Black all be title holders.
Right.
But it seems that they're just doing Hart with the title, and the rest of them tough nuggets.
Like I think later on they're probably going to win it, not at
Eventually, but
yeah.
will they win it while Hart still has the TBS title?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that would be my concern because now it kind of feels like the House of Black may be going down the route of Judgment Day because Julia
That
Hart
makes
being the
sense.
only one that's gold holding right now
Mm,
basically makes her the Rhea Ripley.
Yeah.
yeah, but Julia Hart ain't the ain't mommy.
No. But I think it would stand to reason that if it starts working out, like House of Black is standing behind Julia, really being there to like support her, push her, make her more of a figurehead than say Alistair or Malachi, whatever you're calling him
Mhm.
nowadays. Then that would kind of be like, a Thanos dark side sort of thing. So I'm hoping that they do something different. I still want House of Black to be a viable presence,
Mhm.
especially after losing the trios belts to the Acclaim. They really haven't been doing anything since.
Yeah.
But if they can use Julia's win to like get some momentum going for them, all the better.
Okay.
So if I would have been in this, I probably would have won this because I'd have been 7 out of 9.
Yeah.
Wow.
I probably would have
Well, you
won
know
it.
what? That being said, let's go ahead remove the stats now
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
because Day, you're going to have a chance to put money where your mouth is.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
After that review of AEW Full Gear, we now go on to the other side of the wrestling spectrum with WWE Survivor Series War Games. That is
War
Wall
game.
games. Wall games.
War Games.
War
That
game.
will be happening this Saturday after Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we are recording this on Monday, so whether or not there are any additional matches added tonight or anything leading into Saturday, we won't know that right now. But right now, we are looking at 5 matches on this card, which, of course, with it being a Survivor Series, the Survivor Series or the big group matches do take up a lot of time. So, I mean, I could maybe see one more match maybe getting added, and even then it might be pre-show. But I do think that the card that we have now is pretty much going to be that. It's going to be pretty steady. Now, our first match is going to be a little L World Order, Latino World Order inner fight thing
Yeah.
between Carlito and Santos Escobar.
Mm-hmm.
Now, just recap on the story. Basically, Santos kind of felt like he was being outed a little bit in LWO once Carlito got brought in. Carlito didn't trust him. Ray got in the middle of things. And basically, he is now out of commission due to Escobar's violence. So this
Mm-hmm.
is pretty much going to be the elder gentleman, Carlito, trying to rectify the young guy that's in the group. Mind you, his other 2 guys that followed him along when they were Legado de Fantasma over in NXT,
Mhm.
they're still LFO or LFO. That band. No, LWO affiliated along with Zelina Vega. So
Mhm.
we haven't seen anybody else turn yet. So this is still trying to right the ship while Ray is out for a sizable amount of time. Could we see any more turns in this, or is this going to be like a righting of the ship? Do you think Carlito is going to win, or is Santos going to take this, full head of steam that he's got with this reinvigorated heel persona and keep it going?
So
Hmm.
I will go with Santos Escobar.
Santos Escobar.
And I
All right.
think we're going to be introduced to 2 new members of his new LWO.
Mm.
Oh, so you think there's people being added?
Oh, yeah.
So what we're gonna do? LWO original and LWO red or Wolfpack, or
It's like Coke and Mexican Coke.
Mm-hmm.
do you have
One
any idea who?
one choose
Not at the moment, but
one choose an apple, the other choose a banana or something.
it could be somebody from NXT.
Okay.
All right, all right. But you don't think that Joaquin and what's his face, the other one,
No,
which is
after what
you,
happened,
you don't think those are going to jump ship?
no, because after what happened Friday, and he attacked him. Nah,
Okay.
All right, all right. Kyle, where do you stand?
I'm actually in the same boat as Day on this one. I'm leaning towards Escobar pulling this one off.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to stay similars, but
Yeah.
like as much as I appreciate Carlito coming back and doing everything he's done so far this year, I don't see him going ahead and going over the young guy like this.
right.
Not yet. Or at least not in this match.
None this much.
Not in a one-on-one match. No.
In a one-on-one match I could see it, but not in this one.
Not in War Games, because I think there's going to be a lot of interference.
Yes.
Well, I mean, I don't know if
It's gonna be a
I
it's gonna be a
definitely see
jumble.
Santos winning.
But Santos
Because
winning.
right now, Santos needs that limelight.
Yeah.
Yes. And we don't have Vince booking
But
it.
that being said, let's go on to
Yeah. And
yeah.
also
While you're doing
remember,
that, let's go on to the next
it's like
match here.
technically we do not have Vince booking it, so we may actually get a good result, or at least a result that advances a
If that's
storyline.
your excuse you want to use, sure, yeah.
Yes.
So yes, our next match for the card, it is going to be The Miz versus Gunther for Gunther's Intercontinental title.
The Gunther belt at this
Now,
point.
I don't know why they're choosing Miz. I
They
don't see
probably
the
just needed a
legitimacy.
match. I mean, Gunther is doing what they should be doing with Reigns in that, actually having matches.
Yes.
And honestly, I don't think Miz, at least I hope they don't have, I don't see Miz breaking the streak.
Same here. I don't see it. I see Gunter winning it.
Hmm.
I don't see the Miz pulling it off.
Not in this one.
Not in this one.
Or at least not to Miz. Even though the Miz did a fantastic job with the IC title for a long time,
Right.
I don't think that he's going to be the one to break
Dethrone.
the streak.
Yeah, dethrone Gunter.
Yes.
Yeah, when you look at the people that Gunther has defended against,
Yes.
whether it be Drew, whether it be LA Knight, whether it be anybody in the last like 6 months.
Yeah. A streak like this would need to be broken at. Granted, while this is one of their is one of the big four shows, I don't think a streak like this would be broken until, say, WrestleMania.
Right.
Well, especially not with this sort of a
This is a
build-up.
WrestleMania conclusion
Yeah.
type of streak.
Right.
Like, while we didn't do anything about AEW's trip overseas, but Gunther defended it there against LA Knight, and he
Mhm.
won there. And then they just decided to throw in Miz. So I mean,
It
there,
feels like
there
it's
is
a match for a sake of a match because the card only has 5
there-
matches in it.
there's no fire from Miz yet to actually think that he's going to be a credible competitor. Now, if it became one of those things where we saw, like, how Ludwig Kaiser is schooling on Maxine Dupree,
Yeah.
Mhm.
if we saw him do that to Maurice,
Mm.
then I might consider
Yeah.
Miz.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
Well, it's like, or it could just be a big. It could break, like it could break the streak on a due to outside interference on a sudden turn. It would be a very crappy way to end the streak, but that could be a feasible way to book it. Personally,
be
though, I don't think that's the case for this one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but Miz isn't against dirty tactics. So I
Exactly.
mean, as long as he could get a win
Well,
by
it's
disqualification, I
two
think that would
heels.
be enough for him.
Yeah.
It's 2 heels. Yeah, no, you know what? No, that's could be a DQ win.
Because then, just imagine the mouth on Miz if he said, "I broke your winning streak." It's like it was
Fight me at WrestleMania.
I don't want to see the Miz win it.
Oh yeah, none of us want to see him winning this match. But if the Miz does get listed as the winner, it would be via DQ.
Yeah.
You want to know who I really want to see go toe to toe with Gunther?
Gunther. Yes.
Eugene.
Gunther. Heck no. What's his name? The one that be hiding underneath the ring, married
Hornswoggle?
to what's her name? Oh god, Indy Hart.
Oh, Indy Hartwell, him. Oh, that guy.
Oh, Dexter Loomis.
That would be a good, smart match.
Could
Gunther,
be.
I
Just
could
have big
see
meaty
that
men.
only because obviously Imperium and DIY have had their run-ins lately.
mhm.
This is true.
So I mean, I wouldn't necessarily be good. I would say either Dexter or Tommaso Ciampa. Like I would be all for Tommaso Ciampa taking the belt.
Could eventually, yes.
Yeah,
Not
but I think they're going to go for the tag team. It makes more sense
for
them.
now. At the start, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they have it both, and we've seen pictures of Gargano and Ciampa.
Yeah, they're back.
They brought the Glorious Bomb back.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh,
DIY.
So-
DIY.
So let's keep going.
Okay.
Gunther versus Miz. Who do you got?
that's like enough of that. All right.
Gunther versus
So
Miz. Who do you got?
other big belt defender.
Wait, what was it? A full 3-person? Do we all agree with Gunther?
Yeah, we were all picking Gunther.
Okay.
All right.
This is interesting.
Yeah, so here we have the Judgment Day's Rhea Ripley defending her title against Zoe Stark, which I have to say, surprising.
Yeah.
Mommy. I don't think Mommy losing this one.
I don't think so either.
Not against Stark, no.
No.
But then again,
it's going to be a good match.
I hope so. Well,
Yeah,
given
I-
Judgment
I
Day
think
is
it's
going to
what
be
counted.
given that Judgment Day is going to be in a war game,
Mm-hmm.
I don't. They should not have Ripley lose this one.
Mm-hmm. Facts.
Well, I mean, Judgment Day, whether or not they win or lose, I think just the simple fact that we're just now getting a look at Zoe as a singles competitor as opposed to being Trish Stratus's go-to person.
True.
Like, for all intents and purposes, Zoe Stark is a formidable physical athlete,
Yeah.
which I like that those are pretty much the people that they have gunning for Rhea Ripley. They don't have your traditional divas or women's competitors. They have like the big bruisers coming after her, and rightfully so. But I just don't think we've seen enough of Zoe to warrant her claiming this title.
Right.
It's going to be a very physical match, probably one of Rhea's best of the year, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
But Rhea's keeping it.
So we all agree, Rhea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's kind of the problem with stuff like this when it comes to Survivor Series, because when it comes to like gimmick pay-per-views, all the attention
Well,
is going to be on the gimmick matches, not so
Yeah.
much.
which is fine, but it's like it. But they're combining War Games with Survivor Series,
Right.
so it's not even technically not even Survivor Series. It's essentially War Games with a different title,
Yeah, they just didn't want 5-on-5
which
matches,
is a
so instead they
shame.
did 4-on-4.
Which
Right.
is a shame because it's like yeah, it's like you have a pay per view called War Games specifically for stuff like this. Survivor Series is not that.
Right. It's like a 4 or 5 person, a 10-person
Yeah,
match.
elimination matches.
Yeah. But I kind of like the twist with it. So
Yeah, I don't know.
Speaking of those matches, let's get to
That's what's
those
up
now.
next. This
So, yeah,
this
um,
one, Damage Control.
funded by Duffels.
They literally just formed it together, and they had the whole big thing. To have them lose literally in the first pay per view after the whole big reunion and the signings, that would make no sense.
Yeah,
But
like
it's like I don't think it would make sense. Like if anything, if they do, it would be because they would pin Bailey or something like that, and then that would create the friction for that. But even then, it's like, why did you have this big grouping gathering, this whole like all the all the rigmarole about it, and then immediately have them lose, and then immediately have them break up?
see, it would make sense for them to lose. You want to know why?
Not yet.
No, because who's been the mouthpiece of the team? Bailey. Who's the one that they probably gonna make the sacrificial lamb? Bailey. Who you think?
Well, it's because Dakota Kai isn't back yet.
Yeah. So to me, I think I'm gonna have to say, as bad as you hate her, Kyle, I'm gonna say Bianca, Charlotte, Becky, and Chauncey. They're gonna pull it off and win.
Well, it's like no, I don't hate them.
I
It's
know.
just no, I can't stand Flair.
I
The
know.
other three I'm fine with, but it's like that would to have damage. Like I said, after the whole thing that they've had the past week or so, to have them immediately lose in the first pay per view and immediately cause friction, that is Vince level writing.
Yeah, but think about it. It would be an interesting story because first and foremost, you could have Bailey cost them the 4-way match.
And she will. Not this one though.
I think this one is. It may.
Not this one.
I think so.
Okay. So we have our first difference. Ryan,
Yeah.
are you going to say a third party joins in?
now, I was about to say, is it my turn yet, or should I just
Yeah.
let you do fight?
No.
Yeah, it's your turn.
Here's the thing, and this goes back to what we were talking about last week, Kyle, as far as like loyalty and disloyalty in wrestling. You have, regardless of Bailey or not, you have a cohesive unit in Asuka, Kyrie, and Io.
Mm-hmm.
They have the history. They have worked together. They're the ones that have shown that they are so friendly and happy that everyone's back together. And yet, when you look at the other side, Bianca, Charlotte, Becky, these three women alone would probably gladly tear off one another's heads because of their past and because they may be someone that can like work in the moment, but the minute one bad thing happens, they're going to be slapping each other instead of slapping the other team. Shotzi notwithstanding, great.
Shotzi's just happy to be there.
More light shined on her, but she's going to be like non-existent as far as like the other three on her end.
I think she'll be fine in the match. It's just I think in terms of the sacrificial lamb, as it were, the one who gets pinned, it's going to be Shotzi or Becky.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Like, as far as like any drama or any storytelling or anything like that, it's all pretty much going to be between those three. Shanti's going to be just like there, and she may be the one to keep everyone else safe. I hate to say it because I do like her, but I liked her what they were doing with her back in like NXT. Ever since
I
coming
like
to
the
the
green
main
hair in the
roster,
tank. I like the
Yeah.
green hair in the tank.
yeah. But yeah, whether or not Bailey is being looked as the sacrificial on that side, you can't deny the cohesive unit of Io, Asuka, and Kyrie.
Yeah.
Like those three alone, being able to show off in a War Games type match, they're winning it.
So you're going damage control?
Yes.
All
But
right.
now that does leave us to, I guess, what would be considered the main event.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
The men's War Games.
Mm-hmm.
Where you have Team Cody with Cody Rhodes, Sami Zayn, Jey Uso, and Seth Rollins versus the now 4-man team of the Judgment Day.
5.
Now that J.D. McDonough has been officially indoctrinated. Now, mind you, no word as to whether or not.
5 including Rhea Ripley.
No,
Well, no,
5. No. This was announced. I just saw it on YouTube. The 5th member is
You?
no Drew
Whoa,
McIntyre.
wait. They are
Oh
doing that?
yeah. We have King Drew.
5th member is Drew McIntyre.
Mm.
Well,
Okay.
yeah, he added himself into Judgment Day, but is he going to be part of the match?
Yes,
There'll be an attempt at interference, or at the very least, a distraction.
he is added to the match, so they have to find a 5th member.
Ooh.
Oh, so there will be a 5th member on Team Cody. Okay.
So even though it is War Games, they are going traditional 5 versus 5 Survivor Series style.
Correct.
Okay.
So it's Drew, Dominic, Priest, Finn, JD against Jay, Cody, Rollins, and Sammy, and whoever their 5th mystery partner is.
Kevin Owens is hurt, unfortunately.
That would be my guess. Yeah, try to keep Kevin.
Yeah,
and Sam.
I don't think KO is back yet.
So the only person they're saying that is
Roman Reigns.
No.
Thank God. But
The 5th person being rumored around
LA Knight.
almost.
is the one that you least expect and has been out for a
Hornswoggle?
very long time.
Hornswoggle.
No.
Otis.
He is the Viper. The legend killer. The one that arguably owed every single legend at the moment, at the time. And let me do my pimping voice.
Brock Lesnar.
Oh, no, not that wannabe hip hop artist. Man,
Now, hold up, wait.
Randy.
Are they confirming this on the show, or is this just speculation? Because
These are speculation. Look, pimping.
Well, remember we do have a bunch of shows before Survivor Series to decide.
Yes, but the thing is, Randy, as far as I have heard, is still not medically cleared.
Randy,
let me get you up to speed, my brother. Pimping ain't easy when you bring people like this together. Okay? So you have to understand the logic and the chemistry of the powder to the right hand.
I don't know about you, but chemistry class always ended up with someone causing the smoke alarm coming off.
See, there's no going to be no smoke alarm. See, the problem is y'all not looking at the bigger picture.
Why are you talking like the Booty Master?
I am not talking like the bully master.
Did I do that?
No, that's Urkel.
That's Urkel. What?
I know. That's what you kind of sounded like at the end of it.
But yo, you messed up.
No. If they goes ahead and says, "Now we can do this the easy way or the hard way,"
Oh yeah,
we could do this the easy way
God
or
damn
the
it.
hard way.
Good night, everybody.
Anyway, Randy is making appearance, pimping, and I call it. And I'm going to say Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton and all the rest of them, like Jimmy, Sammy, and what's his name? Seth is going to win this.
You done?
Yes, Clinton, I have vanished.
All right. Here's the thing. I don't think it really matters who the fifth guy is. I don't. Because the big story for this whole match is Cody being in War Games.
War Games.
Being a part of something that his dear old dad constructed from his own brain. Finally being able to partake in something, adding that Rhodes lineage to it. If Cody loses this, that's just heartbreaking. Now, I'm not going to say who's going to pin and who's going to be pinned, but I want to believe Team Cody's coming on top just for good old Dusty.
Okay. All right.
What say
For
you
me,
two?
Well,
I already said my piece. Like I said, it's going to be Team Cody winning this.
okay. Well, I am going to be different than the rest of you on this one. I'm leaning towards Judgment Day because the addition of Drew McIntyre, I believe, will be that X factor that they will take advantage of, and then we're going to go into the storyline of Cody losing his father's match, and then he hears voices in his head the entire time until the next pay-per-view.
I thought we already talked about Randy Orton with the voices in the head.
No, but no. In seriousness, though, I believe that Judgment Day has had the promos, has had the additions, has had the momentum, even has had the momentum going into this match. Yes, there is Team Cody. Yes, he does have the whole father figure, but in the words of Christian Cage, your father's dead. But no, it's a no. That aside, but no, I don't feel that Cody and Rollins and Zayn and Jay will win this one, even with the later addition.
You see my face?
Oh, I do see your face. Would you like me to break out? Would you like me to break out the child?
Said that, I'm like, yo.
That was nasty.
Would you like me to break out the children's choir as well?
You can, but that was cold.
That was evil.
Well,
that was cold as ice.
All right.
I was like, you say you don't miss. Neither do I. The sniper don't miss. But
yeah, I was about to say, if anyone.
But that being said, we have two people who don't miss. So, but yeah, overall though, bad jokes aside, I do feel that Judgment Day, with the addition of Drew McIntyre, will be enough to come out on top in this match. It's basically, like I said, they basically amalgamated Survivor Series and War Games. It doesn't feel like it has like the same luster as, say, past Survivor Series. Yeah, you have the gimmick of the War Games and the elimination style 5v5. Oh my god, I got the hiccups. But yeah, Dusty Rhodes filling my throat. But yeah, so yeah, I'm going Judgment Day.
Son of a plumber, gonna clear out those pipes. But yeah, that all sounds good. So let's go ahead. Let's remove the pictures. Take a look at the spreadsheet for the final tally. Just to wrap this up, and of course, mind you, folks, I know you're going to be watching this well before the match happens, and probably well after we've recorded this. But don't feel like you can't add in your choices. So if you see this in the comments, whether it be Facebook, YouTube, anywhere you're following us, anywhere you subscribe to us, go ahead and let us know your picks. And who knows, maybe if we get you into the next live chat and we have one coming up, you can be just like Jeffrey and dominate all of us.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
So yes, final tally as it looks like we are pretty much head to head when it comes to the first 3 matches. And then we're definitely all damage control as far as the women's match.
Nope.
And then-
I put not.
We're getting
Damage
yeah, damage control, not damage control, because putting all those names in at once broke the spreadsheet. So
okay, fair enough.
that's
fair
why I'm putting in
And,
not damage control.
and then
And then on the bottom,
one,
I'm the
two,
unique
three,
one
four.
with Judgment Day, and you two going Team Cody. So if us barring any fan additions, this is what we got right here. But yes, if anyone does put their predictions in the comments or sends them to us, however, I will input them into the spreadsheet as well. And when we go over the review, when we review it, we will showcase it.
Right.
But-
As you see, we do include them. We do include we even officially put your name in. Yep, we officially put your name in, and if you do end up doing multiple ones with us, we will add your name into the overall tally.
Yep.
So,
yeah, so you have to do more than just one
just
shot.
one.
Clockwise.
Exactly. So it's like, otherwise we could just scroll down. We'll see who it is. Great. If it is multiple runs, then yep, we will include a fan section up top. So yeah, get your predictions in. We will include them, and we will go over them, and then we will rip them apart if we disagree with them. So
Right.
But anyway, with that said, this has been Jabronis United. Happy Thanksgiving. Stay humble and stay full.
And remember, you don't miss.